Hey, it's Joseph with Holster Builder, and wanted to problem solve some eyelet issues that you guys might be having, or at least something that comes up either in phone calls or questions to us. Obviously, we saw a myriad of different colors of eyelets, and some of the common questions are, hey, the backs of my eyelets, you guys have a bad batch and they're scratching, or every third one splits. And so I wanted to talk about a few of the things. First thing is just the eyelets themselves. Remember that these are brass eyelets, and then they are basically coating them in the color paint that it is. So it's impossible to create a metal that is 100% through and through having to do with that particular color. And so you will have some scratching or wear on those particular eyelets over time, depending on what's happening. Remember the back side of where you're rolling the actual eyelet on the back side. Of course, as you roll that, you should see some blemishes, but that's gonna be on the back side of the holster, and that's gonna be normal as well. Sort of the industry standard out there. The next thing is gonna be having to do with your press itself and how important it is. This is an arbor press, and I think we got this one from holstersmith.com. Relatively cheap. It's around, I think around $70. The most expensive part are going to be the dies themselves. And these things are sort of consumable, or you might have to replace them. This one's an old one, and you could sort of see inside there that if you get any type of blemishes in there, you know, you didn't press it straight, or you get a little bend in that particular thing, you're gonna see that your eyelets actually split, or they have a lot more blemishes, more so than others. And so you'll notice that on ours, to problem solve that, a little cheat is we put blue tape on the inside of that, and that really protects the back side of the eyelet when you're pressing down. The next most common mistake that ends up occurring is, you know, maybe speed, or you come in at a relative angle, and I don't know if you can sort of see the angle of this outside the waistband, but you come in and you think that you're straight because the press itself is coming down, but actually the holster itself, or the area that you're pressing, is actually at like a 45-degree angle, and that will also cause blemishes on the back side, or for that thing to split. So depending on if your kydex is flat or already pre-bent, you want to make sure that you are keeping that completely flush when you are pressing that all the way down and cranking down on that. Those are going to be some common issues that you're going to find. Same thing having to do with temperature control inside your shop, whether things are super hot, humid, or in the wintertime, super cold. So I hope that helps out with problem solving some of these eyelets. I've never seen, at least in the 8 years, I've not seen a bad batch of eyelets. Where we see things happening is user error, the type of press that you're using, and the consistency of how you're using that particular thing. So I hope that helps. And again, this is just one tip. I'm sure there's plenty of others out there that are far superior than this. This is just what we use that works for us for the last 8 years.